Welcome. I'm Jessica Lonnie Rich, host of Inspire You and Me. It's an inspirational show where we share stories about people who are making a difference. On this episode, we have the president and CEO of the Hawaiian Humane Society, Anna Neubauer, and dog parent and community leader, Rick Tabor. And be sure to stay tuned for the Animal Lovers clip. We'll have all that and more, and we'll be back right after this.
The Ala Moana Hotel by Mantra. There's more to it than meets the eye. We've become a destination of our own. Welcoming accommodations. Relax on our beautiful pool deck. Memorable dining with epic views. Wake up with a stroll to breakfast. Eat, shop, and stay. Pamper yourself with spa therapies and trendy hairstyles. Unique venues that allow you to escape. This is your hotel. Ala Moana Hotel by Mantra.
The law firm of Cronin Freed is proud to sponsor Inspire You and Me, a show about people in our community who are making a difference. I'm Rick Freed, and our law firm of 16 attorneys handles major injury cases, choosing to devote our considerable talent and staff to those injured people and victims for whom we can make a great difference. We hope that you will be inspired to follow your dreams and find your purpose.
If you love animals, you are really going to be excited about our next guest. We're so honored and pleased to have as our very special guest on our show. She is the president and CEO of the Hawaiian Humane Society. Please welcome Anna Neubauer. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much for having me, Jessica. I really appreciate being here.
Yeah, how exciting that you're the president and CEO of the Hawaiian Humane Society. How did you get involved?
So I have been working with animals my entire life. I first started when I was 14 cleaning kennels in the back of a veterinary hospital. Yep. And so I've just been in the animal field ever since. And this has just been my calling. So love what I do. I moved here a little over 6 years ago for this position.
Yeah, that is great. Now, for those people who are not familiar, I work in the tourism industry, so maybe there are some visitors that are not familiar with the Hawaiian Humane Society. Tell us about your mission.
Yes, so the Hawaiian Humane Society, we have been around for 143 years this year, which is incredible. So we're one of the oldest nonprofit organizations in the state of Hawaii, and we're here to support the human-animal bond and the compassionate care of all animals. And so we do a lot for the community in many different ways with that.
Now, you also oversee, as you mentioned, animal care and welfare services for Oahu animals in need.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that we do. We have outreach for the community where we go in and we provide wellness, vaccinations, microchipping clinics, spay-neuter procedures. We also provide sheltering services for animals in need. And so what that means is if animals are found out in the community, we're a safe space for those animals to come to. We are also a safe space for people to bring their animals when they can no longer care for them and they don't have other options for their pets. A lot of different things can happen in people's lives, and we want to be able to support that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you have introduced the socially conscious animal community framework to Hawaii. Can you share with us what that's all about?
Absolutely. So it really wraps our arms around the entire community as being part of animal welfare, right? It's not just a sheltering problem. It's not a veterinary problem. It's an entire community issue, and we should all be working together to solve that problem.
Since you have taken over, we understand that you have led significant policy changes and improvements since joining in October of 2019. Can you share with us about some of those improvements?
Absolutely. So we have been able to increase our life-saving efforts for the animals that come into us through really proactive and progressive animal welfare campaigns that we do. And so again, it goes back to the community. So how can the community help us do more of what we want to do, where we can save more lives, we can keep pets and families together? Some of those efforts are increasing the veterinary medical care and working with veterinary medical partners in the community if there's something that we can't treat ourselves. Other avenues are our pet food bank and being able to help pets and families stay together. Sometimes people find themselves in hard times, and it is usually temporary. And so we don't want them to have to choose between, feeding their pet or losing their pet, or feeding their family. So how can we help them? And so we have food, we have vaccinations, we provide leashes, collars, tags, everything they need to help keep their pets and their families together.
You just mentioned about the animal food bank. Now, if somebody's watching right now and maybe they're having a hard time financially, how can they reach out to the Humane Society to get food for their pets?
Absolutely. So we offer the Pet Food Bank program on both of our campuses, the one in Ewa Beach and the one in Tana, Mo'ili'ili. And they can give us a call. They can go online to hawaiianhumane.org or just stop by. And we're happy to help. So we offer our Pet Food Bank Tuesdays and Fridays at our Mo'ili'ili campus and Sundays and Wednesdays at our Ewa Beach campus.
That's great that they could just stop by and say, hey, I want to feed my pet and I don't have enough. That's fantastic.
And we'll work with them and see if there's other things that they need to help their animal and help them during this time.
Anna, you just mentioned your Ewa Beach campus. Let's talk more about that. When did it open? And share with us about some of the programs there.
Absolutely. So we were successful in opening that in May of 2023. So we're about 2.5 years in over there. And it's a beautiful campus. It's about 5 acres. We have an off-leash dog park for the community. And we run this very similar services over there. We just opened up 2 days a week for public spay-neuter, actually, which is fantastic. So Sundays and Mondays, we're offering that service over there now.
That's fantastic. One of the greatest things that you have done under your leadership, we understand that euthanasia of local animals has decreased by approximately 70% since your leadership.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. So a lot of that is just looking at how we're doing things, looking at how we're working with the community, what the community needs and what the animals need in our care, and adjusting our programs to better meet those needs, to be able to have more successful outcomes for the animals. And so doing things, this year we piloted a prison program for kittens, right? And so that's a very unique program. So it's called Transforming Animal and Incarcerated Individuals Lives, so TAILS, and we just piloted that with the Women's Correctional Center earlier in October. And so being really creative in how we work with our community, what our communities, they can help us in so many ways. And so being able to leverage, we're all compassionate about our animals. And so how can we work together to help us help more animals, help more people, doing proactive programs to help people with acute medical needs. So we have some programs that, maybe I wasn't expecting my dog to get hit by a car. Now he has a fractured leg.
Oh my gosh.
It's either this, I euthanize the animal, or maybe I surrender the animal. Well, we don't want that to happen. And we have a very generous donor that's willing to support that program. So we're able to help families keep their pets together in times of crisis too, which is wonderful.
That's great. You have a great volunteer program, and we're going to be talking more with Anna about her volunteer program with the Hawaiian Humane Society right after this.
Flowers are a wonderful way of brightening up someone's day. At Watanabe Floral, we are focused on sharing the spirit of aloha with your ohana. We are committed to buying from responsible and sustainable farms both locally and from around the globe. We are committed to supporting and helping our community whenever we can. And finally, we are committed to you, as helping you bring happiness is what makes what we do special. Spread happiness and joy with flowers from Watanabe Floral, Hawaii's premier family florist.
We're back, and we're talking with the president and CEO of the Hawaiian Humane Society, Anna Neubauer. Anna, we were talking earlier about your volunteers. How many volunteers do you have at the Hawaiian Humane Society?
So we have about 900 volunteers.
900?
And we have room for many, many more. And our volunteers do everything from walking dogs, doing laundry, helping us at events, helping us in the office, and helping us at our offsite adoption partners as well, and kind of everything in between. So we have a lot of different opportunities for volunteers to come and get involved and give back to the community, but also help the animals.
Could you describe to us a little bit further? If somebody's watching right now and they see, they go, I would love to be a volunteer at the Hawaiian Humane Society. Walk us through the process briefly.
So first, go to our website, hawaiianhumane.org. You'll be able to apply, and we just have a pretty straightforward application. We have some volunteer orientation and training that we do, and then our volunteer team will talk to you about what you're interested in, because we want to have a good match, right? Some folks prefer to work sort of in the office setting, and other folks prefer to work directly with the animals. And so we want to understand, what's going to be fulfilling for you. So we'll have that conversation, and you can try a lot of different options too. You're not just stuck in the first, the first position that you're interested in. We have volunteers that come and volunteer every single day sometimes, and we do, and they've been volunteering for years, and we just adore them, and they are doing so much for the animals. And we have others that they come once a month, or they just come to special events to help out. It really, we want to make it work for you, because every time somebody comes and volunteers, it helps another animal.
You just mentioned special events. Let's dive into that. Let's talk about some of the special events that you have at the Hawaiian Humane Society.
Yeah, so we have adoption events every month. We go to different places. Sometimes it's at Petco, sometimes it's at Aloha Home Market, and we do some different pop-up events as well. We have our large pet walk in October, of course, which a lot of folks know about that, and that's just a wonderful pet walk. It's a great fundraising opportunity for us, but it's a really great way for the community to get involved, learn more about us, bring their dogs, have a costume contest, because it's right around Halloween, so it's a lot of fun.
That is absolutely wonderful. What do you like best about your job, Anna?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I love being able to help people and their pets together. Of course, getting puppy kisses from time to time does not hurt.
Puppy kisses are the best.
They are. But really helping our community and helping keep people and pets together, and helping save lives. We had a dog earlier this week that came in on emergency. Something had happened to one of his back legs, and it was completely fractured. And it had been fractured for about a week, and it was infected. And so we had to do emergency surgery. That dog was not doing well when he came to us. We were able to have a local veterinarian come in and support this, because it was in the late afternoon. And then, by the time I left at about 7:30 at night, I went over to check on our team and check on the dog. The dog was standing up, walking. He came over and gave me a kiss. And those moments, they give me chicken skin, but that's why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
We want to be able to help.
I would think that your personal dog is a success story too. What is his name? And tell us briefly about his story.
Yes, so Carl is a great success story. We adopted Carl about 3 years ago from the Humane Society. He came into us completely emaciated, so he's a Labrador Retriever. They're usually about 70, 75 pounds. He came into us under 40 pounds. So he truly was skin and bones. And we learned through x-ray and diagnostics that he had eaten a piece of coral at some point. Labradors like to put things in their mouths, and oftentimes they do eat things they're not supposed to. So at some point he'd eaten a piece of coral. The owners couldn't seek veterinary care, and so he kind of really was slowly starving to death, unfortunately. So we had to make a quick decision. We did emergency surgery right then and there to remove that foreign body. He had to go to one of our veterinary partners for sort of emergent overnight care and supportive care for the next couple of days. And then our team fostered him for several weeks afterwards, because he wasn't eating, he was not in a good space, and so they were really able to help encourage him, give him the love and care that they needed. And then through this process, I of course fell in love with him, because he is just the sweetest dog. He adores everyone. He's one of those dogs that is so grateful to be alive. He's so grateful to be with us and to just meet everybody. He loves other dogs, people, kids, cats. So he's wonderful.
Well, you light up when you talk about Carl, your dog. That is definitely a success story. And as you know, the name of our show is Inspire You and Me.
Yes.
Anna, what inspires you?
The work that I do every day, and seeing the changes that can happen in a community and the changes that can happen in an organization when we're all working together on a problem. That fills my cup. We just had a conference over the last 2 days, an animal crimes conference that we were able to host. And there's some heavy topics in that conference, but being able to bring professionals together in multi-disciplines. So we had police officers, we had, of course, animal welfare folks, we had veterinarians, and we had prosecutors in this conference. We were all able to hear the same thing, talk about how we can work together, and see what we can do for our community to make those positive changes. Again, it was a heavy conference, but all the different things that we do together as a community, we can make a difference. We can make a difference for ourselves, we can make a difference for our neighbors, and of course we can make a difference for the animals, and that really inspires me every day.
Thank you, Anna. And it's really been our honor and our pleasure having you as a guest on Inspire You and Me.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate being here.
Ken truly embodies the spirit of Hoya.
What brings me joy and satisfaction is when clients
this appreciation about where they are in life. And to have me be a part of that, it makes me feel good inside. Hoya is ohana. All of us, we make a family filled with aloha. That's what sets us apart from other firms. And that's why I can say I'm proud to be part of the Hoya Ohana. We are ohana serving ohana.
We are very happy to have a dog parent on our show. He is actually a very prominent community leader, but we're here to mostly talk about his role as a dog parent. And you may recognize this dog. Nohelani is a special guest on our show. And you adopted Nohelani from the Hawaiian Humane Society. Please welcome Rick Tabor. Hey, Rick, great to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Jessica, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, thank you also. You dolled up Nohelani today. She's wearing pearls for this TV interview. Tell us what you love about being a pet parent.
Oh, there's so much. So being a pet parent is just an awesome role. It's I think the fact that she so easily just became a part of our family is what I love most.
Yeah.
So she and didn't just become a part; she actually added to the family.
Yeah.
The personality is remarkable, and your show inspires you and me.
Yeah.
She inspires us every day.
Yeah. Speaking of Inspire You and Me, at the end of all of our shows, because we're animal lovers here at Inspire You and Me, if you're a regular viewer of the show, you know that we have something at the end of every show called the Animal Lovers Clip of the Week, and our most prominent dog is Nohelani. Rick is a proud dog parent, has sent us many videos of Nohelani. She's such an active dog. And you adopted her, as I mentioned in the introduction, from the Hawaiian Humane Society. Tell us more.
Well, for 27 years, so we're married 30 years. So for 27 years, my wife has always wanted to have a dog. And we were just so busy with work and everything, it just never made sense. So I said, you know, when we retire, we'll get a dog. Well, what happened is the pandemic. And suddenly we're at home. And we realized about a year into the pandemic, when it kind of continued, now's the time. So we went. And we ended up going to the Hawaii Humane Society. And if I could, so she was the only dog we were looking at. And when we went in her crate, the water bowl had tipped. And I went in to straighten the water bowl out. She climbed in my hands and started licking me.
Oh.
And I turned to Susan and I said, this is the one.
She gave you doggy kisses?
Doggy kisses. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you love best about Nohelani? And I know you shared with us all these wonderful traits. She is man's best friend.
She really is. Yeah. I think what I love most about her and what she teaches me most is about unconditional love.
Oh.
So I don't know, a lot of you have pets and you have dogs. There's no the long-term memory is really about where the food is and where the treats are. Everything else she forgets right away, and she's just the most loving, positive. I mean, it's just positive regard. I mean, she's just always there for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're creating memories with Nohelani. Yeah. Is there a memory that sticks out in your mind? Sort of a fun moment that both of you had together?
Oh man, there's so many. I didn't think about that one. We were walking on the beach, and we'd gone to take a sunrise. We had to go around the corner. This was at Lanakila Beach, and we'd gone around the corner, and I was taking pictures of the sunrise. She's really good, as you know, about getting into the picture.
She is. She's
when we went to come back, the tide had come up, and suddenly I'm knee deep, which means she's swimming.
Oh.
And she just starts swimming.
Oh my goodness.
Just automatically, and I was like, wow. She was only at that point, maybe 5 months old. So just how quickly she learns is what I remember most about her, and what I'm most impressed with about her.
If somebody's watching right now and they're thinking about adopting a dog from the Hawaiian, hi, sweetie. She's so friendly too, from the Hawaiian Humane Society. What kind of advice can you give to our viewers?
The advice would be that, well, what we learned is that if you spot a dog that you really like, you really don't have time to go home and think about it. So when you go,
to look at the dogs and make a decision. You can make many trips, but just understand that there'll be different dogs each time you come down there. I believe, like during the pandemic, you can kind of sign up to see a particular dog. So if you see a dog that looks like what you would like in the pictures, that's worth doing. I would say most of the dogs that we've encountered there, my niece used to work there, are very loving and very caring, and they're all man's best friend. So when you see one, and when you pick up one, when you actually spend time with one that you really like, it's remarkable.
In conclusion, what does being a dog parent continue to give you at this stage in your life?
A lot of laughter and a lot of surprises all day long. Nohelani's full of all kinds of energy, and she's just a joy to be around. The other side is she's very spiritual. There's a mindfulness about her. I sent you some pictures. One is her just sitting on the beach watching the sunrise. When I saw that, I just like, wow, she's so in the moment. Yeah.
That is great. Rick, as you know, the name of our show is Inspire You and Me. And I want to tell you something. As I respect and admire you so much. You are the most loving, caring dog parent that I have probably ever met. And I know a lot of them, one of them, because I know a lot of them as well. But in that group, just the care and the love that you show for her and that she gives for you. As you know, the name of our show is Inspire You and Me. Rick Tabor, what inspires you?
I've been here before, and it's still life. Life inspires me. Everything about life. Its surprises, its ups and downs. That's what keeps me going.
What inspires you about Nohelani?
Her ability to just roll with the punches. It doesn't, we discovered with New Year's this year, a cousin had given us a thunder shirt. I put it on her, and she was perfect for the first time.
That's great.
So just how she adjusts so well to things.
Rick, I want to thank you so much, you and Nohelani, for being guests on Inspire You and Me. Thank you so much, Rick.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jessica.
We hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Inspire You and Me, and I'm going to leave you with a rich thought. In this episode, we were reminded about man's best friend, also woman's best friend, and how much compassion, joy, and love they bring to our lives. And isn't it wonderful to be reminded of that? Think about it. Until we meet again, I'm Jessica Lonnie Rich, wishing you all the best. Take care.